5 weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. On the return, here's Palmer. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Caught by Flowers. He gets loose down the right side. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game, too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Well, here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Ravens send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And he's been a frequent visitor to the end zone over the first couple of months of this season. Right now actually leading the league in rushing touchdowns. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Juke the defender. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. And it cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one doesn't go far. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now they have 3rd and short. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Pass play on 1st and goal. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Oh, stiff arm. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Catch made underneath by the back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Again, Mahomes to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd and long for Mahomes. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lower the deficit to a single possession. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. A-chain on the inside give. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running with A-chain out of the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 19, finding Flowers. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. To the air now on 1st and 10. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one's complete, right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll try and throw it here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Tucker now in motion right. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They motion the slot man right. Here's 2nd and 5. Into traffic, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens 5-yard line.
They send a tight end in motion. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third down, it's Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
On the return, here's Palmer. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. The give now out of the shotgun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. Completed to Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First down throw, Mahomes. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Crosses the 35, room for more. And he gets this one down to the 27. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie before halftime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one splits the uprights, and the Chiefs tie this game up. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Throwing now on first down. And have him gain about a handful there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. From the 38. That's incomplete left side. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Brought in right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. 2nd and 3 now. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Another throw for Mahomes. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Throwing it just before halftime. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2. And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. He stopped on the return of the 27. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running back sent in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes dumps it off to his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. Up to the line, and they're set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up second down. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has it in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Palmer. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw left side, complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now a handoff to A-Chain. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running it after the penalty. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Achan punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the 2nd half with some needed points. Devon Achan with the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens bring it back to even. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Offense to the line for second down.
Yellow.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed to his running back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm in a nice little game.
He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a third-quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Palmer. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to Flowers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Following the play, we're going to have to pause as they tend to an injured player. It's Zay Flowers. Wow, an exciting playmaker for this offense who's being looked at. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. They go play action here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing now, off play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Here's Achan. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Finds his man Chase. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play now. Caught by Flowers. And this one does not go far. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking for a throw here. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. So we're through 3 here. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They run the counter to Achan. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Leo Chanel makes the play. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. He just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick-6. Wow.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Able to find Achane.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Forced out to his right, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pass play coming here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. And all the touchdowns are sure going to catch some eyes around the league, but sure not unexpected for those of us who saw how well he was throwing it back when he got his first couple of scores.
Yeah, and if anything, he's only continued to improve and play better as this defense tried and failed to find any way to slow him down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 8. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Nate Wiggins has got it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring it down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. He's going to throw this one. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Looking to the air here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Putting a receiver in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Nate Wiggins has got it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens trim the deficit down to 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Mahomes trying again after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 1. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Play action, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
A run for no gain doesn't help matters. It's third and long coming up. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Let's see what they went with on third down. He's back to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Ravens will go on offense. Baltimore running its offense out now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This one taken in by Chase. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Ravens facing a 5-point deficit. He'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Chase. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. Finds his man, Chase. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So it'll be 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. To throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got a man left. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Throwing the out route complete. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. 1st down from the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They'll throw it again. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Trying to set this up quick. Now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Pass is caught at the 9. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.